Okay, so in the last video, I talked about two barbarian figures that are on the way that we need to discuss. The next one, Dark Wolf, is finally available at other stores to pre-order. Let's talk about it. Talk about it? Talk? Whatever. Let's do this. Check it out. Check it out. There it is. You see that? That's Fire and Ice. That's Frank Frazetta. That's Dark Wolf. A little while ago, I did a video specifically on a Batman. And I said, this is Dark Wolf. Like, they basically just stole Dark Wolf. Well, here he is. You could just get Dark Wolf, the Fire and Ice, Frank Frazetta, freaking Frazetta Girls. Oh my god. Yes, this is by Frazetta Girls. This is of course inspired Fire and Ice, Frank Frazetta. This is Dark Wolf. This is the figure based on the animation of Fire and Ice. This is solid. This is almost a $100 figure. It will come out in the fourth quarter of 2023. Like, now? Like, you have no time at all if you want this thing. But look at this guy. This is so freaking barbarian. And it should be, right? It's Frank Frazetta. I mean, this is it, man. If you ever wanted the definitive barbarian on your shelf, this is it. How much more do you need? Really, I'm being real about this. This is Frank Frazetta. This is Fire and Ice. This is Dark Wolf. This is the foundation of stuff that pretty much made Conan the Barbarian. I mean, look at when the books came out and Frank Frazetta drew what he figured Conan the Barbarian should look like. That's been the standard of Conan the Barbarian since that time. It has never not been based off of his work after he did it. As soon as Frank Frazetta said, this is what I feel Conan the Barbarian looks like, that was it. That was it. And since then, that has been the definitive barbarian style. And this guy, I mean, come on. Look at that. This is fantastic. Now, I will say, some of his movement, he doesn't have the knee joints, I don't see, and he doesn't have the elbow joints. I've often talked about that being a problem, and I'll say it here too. That's a bit of a problem. He has looks like he has an ab crunch, a higher ab crunch. His neck and everything seems like it would be okay, but with him wearing the cowl and everything, I don't know how much movement we're going to get on that head. I don't know. It seems like a lot of these pictures just have him looking forward, so there's argument to be made that maybe he won't move as well as other figures that you could get that you would want to move certain ways. Also, I don't think the cowl comes off, because we have interchangeable face plates. So he has the standard stern look, a growling look, a yelling look. He comes with an axe, 3 arrows, a bow, his necklace, and then he has 1, 2, 3, 4 different pairs of hands plus an extra hand. Like, wow. I don't think his head moves well. And like I said, all I'm doing is looking here. I can't necessarily say one way or another, but as far as I'm noticing, he's always looking forward. Is that a deal breaker? Well, there might be something to talk about here. So the biggest issue that I see is that this guy is almost $100. And while I am a huge fan of Frank Frazetta artwork, and I like Fire and Ice, and I love barbarians, and this is right up my alley. And I do believe that he will move better than the recent Barbarian Batman that I opened up. I still have to say, his articulation might be in question. We're going to pay $100. Basically, it's like $94 plus the $4 standard flat rate shipping and handling from Big Bad Toy Store. We're looking at $100. For $100, this guy here, he won't be able to move his head. And if he does, I don't know exactly how they're going to get around that. He has a lot of hands. The removable faceplates are awesome. That makes him very photogenic. His legs, I imagine, have decent enough movement. These figures, without the knees and the elbows, we have gotten decent movement from them before. But it is a standard of the industry at this point in time that we're starting to come to expect that figures have movement beyond the range of the cartoon line. Let us be honest for a second here. That's the articulation of the guy we were just looking at. His feet will move. His boot will turn. His knee will bend. His leg will kick. His arms will T-pose. His elbows will move. His wrists will move. He will have an ab crunch that this guy doesn't have. And his head will be stuck pretty much looking all the time. He is almost literally a retro figure. Almost literally a retro figure in terms of his movement. Because let us be honest, by this point, when we're looking at things like Marvel Legends and things of that nature, these guys move, and they move pretty well. He doesn't seem like he will as well. Now, the amount of deco and look about him seems to be absolutely fantastic. The detail, the muscle sculpting and things of that nature, this guy will still be an amazingly standout piece. But there is argument that at $100, maybe you should expect more. I'm not saying one way or another. I'm not even here to make your decision for you. I'm here to tell you where my mind is, why I'm excited about it, but why at the same time I see the problems with it. Also, you have no time to decide. If this guy sells out, if he's not something that sits at Big Bad and places like that and you have time to ponder it, if he really is due to ship out in the fourth quarter of 2023, that's right now. It's right now. You have no time at all. None. Now, it is true. This is an estimation. There is no guarantee that this guy will actually ship at that time. But estimation or not, if you don't want to miss it, and you have to put the pre-order in, you would have to consider the idea that you need $100 to spare right now at Christmas. And maybe that's an idea for Christmas presents. That's a lot of money. $100 is a lot of money. That can be a rough sell, especially around Christmas, because you're already spending hundreds of dollars on other people. But maybe that's the ticket. Maybe this is a guarantee where you put it on the pre-order, and let's say it does not show up before Christmas, because chances are it's not showing up before Christmas. Let's just be honest with ourselves. We don't have that long before Christmas. And even if this guy is due to come out, even if I pre-ordered him, say I pre-ordered him today, that does not guarantee by any means at all that he will actually show up in 2 weeks. He may show up by the end of this week, may be processed within 2 days of that week, may be on the way by the 7th or 8th day, and may get here 5 days after that. You're not going to get him for Christmas. You're not going to get him for Christmas. It's the way that it is. But maybe if you pre-order it, and then when it comes the Christmas time for your person that you pre-ordered it for, maybe you tell them, hey, I got you something. It's really cool. It's going to take a little while for it to get here, probably a week or two after Christmas. And then there's always the possibility that if you put your money on this, if you say, hey, this is something really cool, my somebody would like this, and you buy it, there's always the possibility that it gets delayed until first quarter. And then who knows, you may not have it till like April or something. Because look, I've got a couple of these figures that have been on pre-order that have just been sitting there forever. Forever. Like, I ordered that Taki and she got pushed back, and then she got pushed back, and then she got pushed back. I was supposed to have that Taki like a long time ago. And this happens with toys. There's no guaranteed street date with toys. You get them when you get them. So I don't know. You could be taking a chance here. But you could also be taking a chance if you simply don't pre-order it. This is a rough one, even though it's really cool. Am I getting it? I know I'm excited. But all of those things that I'm telling you are real concepts in my mind as much as they should be in yours. And I am fighting with myself as to whether or not I put this guy on pre-order. I pre-ordered Red Sonja, no contest. Bink. But that's because I have time. I have time to save the money, guarantee the money, and if I run into problems, even 5 months from now, she's not due to come out till like the third quarter of 2024, I could just cancel it. I could just cancel the pre-order. It doesn't hurt me. This, if I put this on pre-order, it might come due tomorrow. That's a much bigger ask. So I don't know. But the option is out there, guys. I got some thinking to do on it. It does look really cool. If you didn't know about it, now you know about it. I'm going to get out of here.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.